One decision will make you richer than 97% of the population. Once upon a time, a young guy approached his mentor and said, "Boss, I want to be rich. What can I do to become wealthy?" The mentor asked him with a scary look on his face, "Do you truly want to be rich?" "Yes, boss," replied the young man firmly. The mentor moved away from the little lad and said, "Meet me by the river at 7 a.m. tomorrow." The young man awoke worried the next day. "I want to be rich. What has this got to do with the river?" In any case, he arrived at the river on time and met his mentor. While at the river, the mentor asked him to accompany him inside, holding his neck and pulling his head. The little kid tried so hard inside the flowing water to save himself from his mentor. And as he ran out of the water, the mentor accompanied him to the riverbed, looked him in the eyes, and asked him a question. "Do you truly desire to be rich?" "I'm serious, boss. I want to be rich," he replied, breathing quickly to recover from the incident inside the water. The mentor averted his gaze. As he turned his back on him again, he said, "You will be rich when you want riches as much as you wanted oxygen while I pulled your neck inside the water. When you want to be rich as much as you want oxygen, the lesson is easy. You'll be rich." The single most crucial decision you can ever make to get rich is, to what riches do you desire as badly as you want oxygen? How badly do you want oxygen as badly as you desire life, because oxygen is obviously essential to life. Your life is also dependent on money. But, as you can see, your life is not only dependent on oxygen, it is also dependent on money. That is the truth, and I am not stating it to make you feel needy for money. Instead, I want to pull your neck inside a raging torrent and make you desperate for your life. Except if we wish to delude ourselves, money is the most important item in the physical realm, right behind oxygen. Have you considered it? If we lack oxygen for an extended period of time, we will perish emotionally, ethically, and even physically, just as any of us would. The current world is highly expensive, which is why money is very important. The power of positive desperation. When I first entered the business sector over a decade ago, I was perhaps the most desperate person on the globe. I was insane. I was furious that I was not normal. There was nothing on the planet. You may tell me or do something to dissuade me. My father attempted to dissuade me. But I would listen, my mother pleaded, but I refused. My brother threatened to disown me, but only death could stop me. I wanted to start my own business. I desired to have money. I wanted to be able to accomplish whatever I pleased with my life, without being of benefit to another human being. I was in a bad situation. However, guess what? I couldn't do something criminal or against my Christian beliefs. This is what I mean by positive. I challenge you to act out of desperation. You are not required to lie. You are not need to cheat. You do not need to do drugs, but you must be desperate. You must be willing to do heinous things. You must be willing to forego some pleasure. You must be willing to postpone gratification. These are all difficult tasks that must be completed with zeal. You can't be wealthy if you don't want money as badly as you want oxygen. The coward's world. In my humble opinion, ours is a cowardly world. I saw a brave man the other day. He was 15 years old, and practically every adult I know is a coward who is frightened to leave. They are hesitant to try because they are afraid to take chances. They are terrified of death. They are cowards because they are terrified of everything. Unfortunately, if you are not powerful, the world was intended for the strong. You can't abandon a meaningful life since it has nothing to offer you. Nothing. There is nothing. You will never get anything in life unless you fight for it. Is the irony of life, as John F. Kennedy put it, for us to experience? In order to achieve peace, we must first prepare for conflict. It's as simple as that. There was no fight. There is no liberty. There will be no pain if there is no conflict. There is no gain. Here are some pointers to get you started. 1. Visualize your ideal future. Visualization is an excellent method for traveling into the future. Let me explain why this works. You see, your brain can't tell the difference between genuine and imagined images. That's why you cry when you see an emotional movie. You know the scenes you're seeing aren't real. But your brain is unaware. So it encourages you to cry now when you picture a wonderful future for yourself, when you see yourself in your dream house, cars, and life. Your brain is completely unaware that it is not real. When you awaken from your visualization, this is what happens. And your brain is thrust into a new, often hostile environment. It's perplexed. It then wonders, how can I have been in such a good place just a few minutes ago and now be in such a bad place? As a result, your brain feels dissatisfied with your current situation. The more you visualize, the more determined you will be to achieve your objectives. Because your brain will not just let you escape a horrible situation. Don't believe what society believes when you show her a better one every day. 2. Don't believe what society tells you. When I informed my brother I wanted to be a business owner, he reminded me that our parents are poor and that no one will aid me. Most of our civilizations feel that only rich and middle-class children can be. If your parents are neither politicians or wealthy business owners, you are doomed since there are no opportunities for you. The rich have taken everything left for you. If you believe this lie, you are truly doomed. 3. Avoid being in the company of negative people. The majority of individuals on the planet are pessimistic. They don't believe they have the power to improve their circumstances. The trouble with being around such people is that they will draw you down with them just as they will drag themselves down. To be truly optimistic about life, your 5 closest buddies should be upbeat. For there will be no easy gains in life. You must cease deluding yourselves. You must quit expecting anything to come effortlessly to you because it will not. You can't get anything out of life unless you're willing to struggle. Life owes you nothing and will only give you what you are willing to strive for. They must be willing to make sacrifices. Do the difficult things, postpone gratification, and prepare for a long and tiresome road. Finally, recall the story of the child who requested his guru to show him how he could become wealthy. The only way to get wealthy is to desire wealth as much as you desire oxygen. If you do not desire it very much, you will not be able to obtain it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please rate it with a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. We love you guys.